Welcome, low ego action heroes. Welcome to episode 185. We're going to be talking about AI users are neither AI nor users. I'm your hostess, Debbie Levitt, and I'm from Delta CX. You can check us out at deltacx.com and customercentricity.com, the new website. It's getting there. Hi, Elliot. So today we're going to be looking at my Medium article about AI users, and let's open up the conversation and the comments to those of you joining live. Hi, Rima. Or those of you watching the video later. You've probably heard about some of these services that are acting like you don't have to do research, you don't have to do testing with real users. What a waste of time and money. You'll be able to feed some data into our system and ask these AI users all the questions you might like to possibly ask. Excuse me. I don't know what happened to myself. Hold on. I'm thinking it could be spring allergies. Can I drink this stuff? Is that safe? I think I might just want to. Can you? Why does it have to be spring the moment I go live? Why? Anyway, while I piece myself back together, let's please remember to thank everybody who is giving to the YouTube show in small and large ways. Totally optional, always appreciated. Thanks to everybody who has clicked the join button. Hello, world, and hello, fellow humans. That's right. This is really Malika. It's not the AI Malika, or so I believe. Sorry, I'm coughing all of a sudden, everybody. Welcome to the fun of a live show where I guess spring allergies started now. Okay, so I'm gonna read my new article, which you can find on Medium. The link will be in the YouTube description, or might already be there, and then let's discuss it. Go ahead and put up comments while I'm reading. I may or may not address them while I'm reading. I might wait till the end. I might have a coughing fit, but either way, we'll get through it. Even if it ends up a little raspy. Okay, so let's press all the buttons. How about that one? Yep, looks good. Here's me. The optional tip jar, which I don't even remember how to get to. But if you do super chats or super stickers, something drops in the tip jar, which is cute. Of course, my screen and the live chat. That means if somebody subscribes, I'm not going to see it. So thank you very much in advance to anybody who subscribes. Please do subscribe. We are still shadow banned, and we need your help to spread the word about the channel. All right, let's read the article. AI users are neither AI nor users. As the excitement grows around machine learning and things called AI, it's only natural that we would see companies, products, and services springing up and claiming that they will make your life and job easier by replacing some or all of your tasks with something a bot can do. We've already seen so-called UX agencies and studios offering UX research or user research services that include most of the work being done by bots. AI can write the questions we will ask our users and analyze our data more quickly. The studios proudly post to LinkedIn that they don't need to speak with users because AI can tell us users' needs. Just ask ChatGPT what millennials need from shopping websites and boom, we're done. If we take the U out of UX, it's not user-centered or customer-centric. It's bot-centered research or design. It can easily lead to poor or incorrect strategies, decisions, products, or services. I imagine a future meeting about a project failure where someone in leadership asks why we thought this project was a good idea. Someone will say that we saved time and money by working with AI instead of users. I wonder how that will go over and if we will see that person held accountable at all. Without accountability, there's no incentive to do or be better. While we will see some tools making parts of research work more efficient, critical thinking is a must. Not everything a bot spits back is accurate or a good idea. I have experienced and heard about AI summaries that missed key points. Additionally, many of the answers and ideas are extremely generic and not actionable. If ChatGPT tells you that millennials want more sustainability from e-commerce websites, do we know what to do? Do we know how these people define sustainability and how our target audiences expect us to execute on that? Make sure that you use great critical thinking and spin up proper qualitative research where you lack the evidence and knowledge that drives better strategies, decisions, products, and services. My current prediction is that the agencies and studios using AI for UX tasks will run the risk of putting themselves out of business. Same for market research agencies asking bots questions instead of researching the market. If most of the work is being done by a publicly available and or inexpensive system, what stops your client from utilizing that system themselves? Companies hire agencies for their talent. Once you replace your talent with a bot, there might be little reason to hire you. Then I've got a screenshot that some of you provided through our Slack community. This was ChatGPT suggesting that women around age 50 need products related to skincare, nutritional supplements, clothing, health and wellness, and tech. Well, that's extremely broad. Good luck following through on the right executions of the right ideas. AI isn't AI yet. The term AI is thrown around endlessly, but it's not the correct term. These systems are modeled on existing data, artwork, music, text, photos, etc. This is ML, machine learning. A machine learns from the models on which it is trained and can then utilize and remix the data to deliver something similar, different, or summarized based on what you request. AI is artificial intelligence, which implies that the machine has human-style intelligence. It has critical thinking, reasoning, powers of deduction, can observe the world around it, and draw conclusions about it. Current AI systems are drawing conclusions based on training models and data. As many people are reporting factual inaccuracies in ML responses, including my own biography, we must be extremely careful and use our critical thinking when getting any bot-driven content or ideas. AI users. A few companies are trying to cash in on the AI wave of excitement by claiming that you do not need to spend your time talking to or observing real humans. Instead, you can interact with bots that represent your user. These companies claim that you can learn what your users want or test ideas on them without the time or money spent interacting with actual users. They appear to be saying this unironically. Perhaps you can be super meta and have your AI write some questions that AI can ask AI users. I don't call these AI users. I'm calling them demographic actor chatbots. Like many chatbot conversations you're having now leave you demanding a real agent to help you, fake stories and answers from a demographic actor chatbot. Uh-oh, do I need to see this right away, Kayleen? No. Oh, okay, I thought it was a screenshot of like something going wrong on my screen. Solomon says, this should have been laughed off the face of the internet. He thought it was an April Fool's joke. Yeah, we're going to get to who is the target audience for this. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm calling these demographic actor chatbots. Like many chatbot conversations you're having now, leave you demanding a real agent to help you. Fake stories and answers from a demographic actor chatbot might leave you hungry to learn what actual potential and current users do, need, and perceive. These are not users. Period. End of story. We can't even pretend that we are interacting with a user when we are interacting with a bot that is not our target user. If you are building products or services for ML bots, then perhaps it's appropriate to run research and testing with ML bots. But we should not even pretend that these are users or represent users well. One website offering this service is so strange that nobody can tell if this is real or a joke. But assuming this is real, here's a screenshot from their website showing an example of how you might use this technology. So hi, two birds. So if you're looking at the screen, you can see there's a man and there's a cartoon drawn to semi-look like the man. You might notice some differences. And I'll walk through what this image says next in the text, but my caption says, your AI user is a 32-year-old logistics manager. By the way, as I read this, type in the chat if you notice anything strange about this profile of this user. Your AI user is a 32-year-old logistics manager, single, lives in a 4-bedroom home in Madison, Wisconsin, loves computer games, is in a long-distance relationship, has 1 cat, and no living parents. Now, because I love the audience participation, I'm just going to wait a moment to see if any of you notice anything interesting about that demographic profile. And I don't know who to blame for this demographic profile. I don't know if this is what we've put into the system to describe our users and we suck at this, or if this is something the AI system came up with. Yeah, Kaylee says, where do I even begin with this? Well, please do begin with this. So let me tell you what I've noticed about this. Quick questions. Does your long-distance relationship partner know you are single? Did anybody notice that this said this person was single and in a long-distance relationship? I mean, good luck there. Our target audience was orphaned by age 32. Will we design differently for someone with living parents? If not, then this information is meaningless. Do many single people live in 4-bedroom homes? A black man is being represented by a white cartoon character? See my section on marginalized groups later in this article. Normally, demographics like these go with market research. We believe that if we put people into what I call lazy buckets, we will understand what we need so we can deliver that. Those of us working in CX and UX know that you can't paint demographic groups with a broad brush under the best of circumstances. Trying to turn your user into a chatbot is far from the best of circumstances. The screenshot above shows that we are suggesting a potential product or service to this demographic bucket represented by AI. The bot replies that your solution scores a 3.5 out of 5, giving the following reasons. 1. Your AI users are happy but not moved with the overall solution. 2. Your solution would benefit from a more upmarket and precious feel. 3. Your solution is lacking definition about the security measures in place to ensure the safety and privacy of their data. Where do I even start? We don't know what the prompt or the proposed solution was from the homepage screenshot. Chances are it was a brief idea that didn't go into detail about how precious the feel is or security measures that would be in place. What does it look like to be happy with a solution but not moved by it? Are these suggestions actionable? Yeah, Shweta says all unnecessary details, nothing about intent or behaviors. More importantly, if we ran observational or interview research with home-owning, cat-loving, simultaneously single and in a relationship logistic manager millennials in Madison, would we find that they prefer upmarket and precious? Are they highly conscious of data safety and privacy? Have they recently left a vendor or decided against a company because of privacy concerns? Would any of our qualitative data match our bot data? We can know this. We can test these services by comparing what the bot says to what real users do and say when research is planned, executed, and analyzed by a qualified professional. You can then determine if one truly replaces the other. Given the long arc of our products and services and how we determine their successes or failures, you can measure whether bot-driven decisions ultimately saved time or money or produced better outcomes or results. Did they produce more customer satisfaction, loyalty, retention? Hi, Joe. At my company, Delta CX, we just researched 35 millennials in America about a financial topic. We could see if our insights match an AI user somewhat, completely, or not at all. But I don't plan to spend time in these AI user systems, and I'm not comfortable putting confidential client data into these. I have no idea how the data is used or if what we enter will add to the training and be used for others. Perhaps you would like to test it out. AI's handling of marginalized groups. There's a lot of ongoing important discussion about the inherent bias in how ML models were trained. While I will not go into that in depth, the above screenshot shows a black user represented as a white cartoon character. It's a beyond poor choice that this company approved, and we can't blame AI since someone at the company approved this image. I assume they don't have AI creating art, AI creating web pages, and no humans driving the car. Current AI/ML doesn't represent anybody well, though this is way worse for marginalized groups. If your company cares about diversity, equity, and inclusion, then you must include diverse humans in your research. Bots and generated models don't replace these people. Bots are too likely to be based on stereotypes about groups. If you think bots can replace humans and users, please do the following. Find a set of users from marginalized groups who spend the most money with your company. Sit them down in a room or on a video call. Tell them how much you care about their experiences and opinions. And then tell them how you won't include them in your research. You will work from the opinions of bots representing the people in the room. See what those people say, and if they downgrade, leave, etc. This assumes you want to speak to these people at all. Of course, if you want to be meta, you can ask your bot users these things and see if they're happy. Research with AI users isn't user research. Why are we asking robots to pretend they are our customers and users, people who will give us money and keep us in business? This should go too far even for those who love speed over quality. Will you have bots fill out the surveys you send customers? Should we ask AI users for an NPS score? Sorry, NPS is score. For an NPS? There is no replacement for observing and talking to target audiences. Even when we have marketing segments, UX personas, behavioral typologies, or other user profiles, we still need and do research. We shouldn't just look at these profiles and invent answers. Read enough articles and news stories and you will generally find two types of company failures: not researching with customers, or acting on bad data because they ask the wrong questions, the wrong people, or both. replacing some or all of CX or UX research with AI or ML will feel cool until the results come in. When customers are complaining or leaving, someone way above us will wonder why we did this project or why the project happened how it did. If we do the math on the full arc of the project and its outcomes, we should learn that working with AI is fun, but not a replacement for real CX or UX research. If it replaces your market research, perhaps that says something about your market research. So who is the target audience for these services? If you're a CX, UX, market, R&D, or other professional researcher, you might see these services and think, this is wacky. I don't need this. Why does this company think I need this? They don't. You're not the target audience. The target audience is non-researchers who think researchers and research can be replaced by AI users, synthetic users, and digital twins. While many non-researchers know the value of observing and talking to potential and current customers and know this can't be replaced by asking bots questions, many in marketing, product, and other domains might think this is better, cheaper, and faster. It can be part of the poor to mediocre things our teams do that we declare good enough. This is sadly just another thing trying to put researchers out of work. The more we send the message of, you don't really need to meet your users, and you don't really need professionals to understand target audiences' unmet needs, the more companies question needing researchers. We've already seen waves of them laid off. Customer centricity requires that actual humans be at the center of your research, strategies, decisions, designs, products, and services. Bots, ML, and AI aren't replacements or proxies. Companies will learn this the hard way, and then hopefully someone will be held accountable, and we'll go back to interfacing with humans so that we can create what they truly need. P.S. Extra applause for Amanda Cano, who asked if AI should be used to replace human users, and AI said no. There's a link there. Plus this great article, and I apologize, I might mispronounce this person's name, by Nilufar Salehi, comparing the syntheticusers.com service to real research she and her team conducted. Obviously, it did not go well. Okay, so let's flip back to me, and we've got some comments in the chat room that I didn't read. Claire says, I always thought singular relationship was a nebulous, irrelevant tangent. I glossed right over that. Would more like to see how X spends their time. Yeah, exactly. If you don't design differently for single people, married people, gay people, straight people, people falling into other buckets or identities, then that piece of information doesn't really belong. Sometimes those are important and we do design differently for them. Sometimes those aren't important. Yeah. Steve says, single but loving a long-distance relationship. What? Joe says, as someone currently in an HCI grad program, I've yet to find computer-computer interaction research. Oh, very good. I love it. Yeah, it's true. That's why I posted on LinkedIn the music video for Deeper Understanding by Kate Bush. You know, we know people like to talk to computers. We know they like to mess with chatbots. We know these things can be fun. In some cases, they're addictive, but it's not a replacement for human interaction or human contact, and it's not a replacement for understanding your company's users. Because whatever the bot was trained on, it may or may not be your company's users. If the bot is trained on general, it reminds me of when some of these consulting companies put out these reports. They go, here's what's happening in car shopping. And I'm like, for everybody? For every brand? Really? Every car shopper? Is this going to work for every brand? I don't think so. Let's see. And Claire says, when the bots are given the power to spend our money, then we can ask the user questions. Joe says, and Shweta says, the comments look like they're taking longer than 40 seconds to appear. It looked like it was going pretty fast for me, so maybe my internet's having another slow day. Thank you. Chihuat says that 3.5 score sounds like a legit data point. Someone who uses such tools can plug into their fancy presentation. That's right. Hey, everybody, we scored a 70%. The bot says we're 70% good, and we just need to be more precious. Can anybody tell me what a more precious service would look like? I don't feel like that's something we say in America, so maybe that's very British, but I don't even know what making something more precious looks like. Does it have to have like a carved ring and fire? It's precious. Claire says, no, Claire said that. Joe, Debbie, do you see AI as it is today or in a more mature state as a good tool in any part of UX research? I can definitely see a future in which AI takes some of the grunt work off of us. I see two key places where I think that can happen. Yeah, like Lord of the Rings precious. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I think that where AI and ML are today, they're not ready to do our work, and we've already had instances where things people put into them ended up training a larger set of data and ended up kind of in somebody else's database. So we definitely have to be careful for that. Also, I had the ability to test drive Miro's new AI feature, and I grabbed a bunch of sticky notes from my research, and I said, summarize these, and it said, this contains harmful content, we will not summarize it. And it was a bunch of millennials talking about their finances. Not harmful content. So so AI couldn't even look at a bunch of sticky notes of people talking about finances and recognize that it wasn't harmful content, which means I'm not sure they were going to summarize it very well. Miro does have a thing where you can grab a bunch of sticky notes and you can see if it will group it by what it thinks are the themes. And I had to do that too, and I had to laugh out loud because I think somebody used the word egg or nest egg somewhere, and Miro tried to create an egg theme, and it was like, no, that wasn't a common theme in our research. No. So Joe, I would say as of now, I'm concerned about privacy, and I feel like the systems just are not there yet. Even when they're only using our own data, I'm seeing so many mistakes and so much strangeness that it's not something I would do right now. But I do think in the future, they, or at least in my lifetime, in the near-ish future, I think they will get better at this. And I think I will be able to draw a box around a bunch of sticky notes on Miro and say, summarize these and get most of the good points. I imagine AI to miss some of the nuances and subtleties that humans will find. So to me, it will not be a replacement, but it will be a starting point. Hey, take the 500 sticky notes we've put into Miro and turn these into something. You know, can you summarize these? Can you put these into themes? It's Olivia the dog, everybody. Do you want to say hi? Ready? And Sue, I'm on my show. Olivia wants to be on my show today. She does. Talking about AI. So, Joe, I think that there will be a time in the future where AI will be better at this, but I'm not sure I'll ever feel like it can replace people. I think it can augment what we're doing, but we're still going to have to double check it. It might miss subtleties. It might think every time someone said egg, that is the egg theme, and miss kind of the larger point or the real things people were talking about. So I think it will help us in the near-ish future, in a couple of years maybe. Oops, sorry, my internet's blipping a little. I think it will help us in the nearest future, but I feel like it's just not ready now. Thanks for dropping by, Olivia. Go say hi to Daddy. Chihuat says there are knowledge-based AI that can do reasoning, which are used in medical fields like breast cancer detection. The LLM like ChatGPT cannot reason yet. Lorena says, cute puppy. Yes, Olivia is very sweet. So I don't think, so Chihuat, I agree with you. We do see some interesting things from the medical field where they've trained AI on, or ML, on enough cancer scenarios that in some cases it can detect cancer earlier than some doctors were. However, I don't think of that as the ML or AI being able to reason. I just think of it as having a lot of good training on models and it being able to put things together, triangulate different pieces of information, and be able to say, hey, it looks like there might be cancer here. But I never hear about enough of those stories and statistics. You always hear like, AI found cancer months before the doctor did. And I'm always thinking, well, that's one story about one time. You know, what else do we have? Sorry about my internet blipping, everybody. I hope you're still getting me. Remember, when the internet blips, I usually lose LinkedIn, but YouTube continues. So best to come and subscribe on YouTube where the stream continues. Wow, the internet's looking really blippy. What am I on? I'm on Soren. Soren is green. Yeah, vMix is telling me I'm losing a lot of packets. Yeah, so obviously AI is not going away. It's something we're going to be talking about. I am currently not using it. Where the companies I use are making a beta available, I'm trying it. I do have the Miro AI beta available, but again, I wasn't able to use it because when I tried to get it to summarize notes, it told me I had harmful content. I sent that feedback in and I haven't heard back. So if I'm supposed to try again, I don't even know. Communicate with me, people. So yeah, if you have other thoughts about ML and AI, especially as they are now in the UX universe, and especially where people think that our work can be replaced, I'd love to have you add a comment, or if you're watching this video later, please put a comment in the YouTube comments. Am I missing them? Let's see. Am I still live? I know this is looking very blippy. Going to try to pull up my stream analytics. But yeah, looks a little blippy, but hopefully still flowing. Yep. So remember, we're going to be here tomorrow with Darren Hood talking about UX education, so you'll probably want to join for that. And Friday, we'll be looking at a nice portfolio by one of our low ego action heroes that made me want to hire him, and then I did. Chihuat says, one futurist at South by Southwest noted that AI is now at the peak of inflated expectations, and that's why these tools are coming out. Yeah, and they're getting venture capital funding. People are throwing money at this stuff. People are like, oh my God, this is going to be so big. And I think ultimately the investors if any of native.ai had investors, synthetic users. I don't know if they have investors. I don't recommend investing in these, but I'm no expert on this. You make your own decision. But I think marketing teams are going to have some fun with these, and then we're going to realize we didn't sell more widgets. We didn't make customers happier. They're still complaining. We didn't necessarily build the right things for our users because we didn't really know who they were or what they needed. Yeah, sorry about the blipping. I'm supposedly on the good internet. Tomorrow I'm going to get another company's hotspot and see if that's better than all of this, because I'm definitely frustrated with the blipping. For what we pay, this shouldn't be blipping. If I were paying $1, it shouldn't be blipping. But anyway, I think if there aren't any more comments about this, thanks to everybody for joining in the show today and reading along with me my thoughts on AI. I see a lot of excitement from it, though not typically from the UX community. I see some people that I think are fake UX are very excited about it, and some real UXers. But I think that ultimately, the way some people are using it now, and we've covered this on the critical thinking streams, you'll just put yourself out of business. If you're posting to LinkedIn saying, hey, we don't have to do user research, we can ask ChatGPT what millennials like. That's not actionable. You're going to get back very generic garbage. So